What's up, guys? Gianni Maggot here, and it's time for the AFC Conference Championship game rematch. Joe's going as Darks. I'm going my lights. And here we go. Hold on. Oh, can you not hear me, Joe? Okay, now you can. Oh, I got the live stream going. Remember, no watching the live stream while playing me.
All right, thanks,
You
Coach.
think you'd not have to say something like that, but
Is on the air. The scene a few
yeah.
moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel.
Oh man.
These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to
Switching
do
controllers?
battle
Alright.
between the Toronto Mounties
Oh,
and our
let's
home
kick
team.
anyways.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it?
Alright.
When they see that happen, it's just...
Oh, you got Michael DeSanta? You got Michael DeSanta? Damn. You got Michael DeSanta and AA Ron Rodgers Jr.
Just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Oh man. That kick was Joe switching controllers and the game kick for him.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! The toss out to Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, this isn't even really fair.
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, your team actually covered it real well. That might get picked off.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, they covered it real well. I mean, circle is maybe,
like
but
something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
I ran the Corey play. For those of you that don't know.
They'll set up a throw.
Okay, I don't think that was the play.
Incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but
shit.
out of bounds, says the line judge.
Okay,
it's
it was
going to bring
different.
up 4th down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew
Yeah,
Kaiser.
right.
And not what he
bad
was
kick on
hoping
my
for
part.
there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
After this game, I get to go to bed. Yeah, I got work in 10 hours.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Oh yeah, Rob definitely runs in with 10 plays before he runs.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd
Looked like
down.
a play I run.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play
Looked
him
like
here in
a
the first
similar
half.
to a type of play I run.
You know better than I.
Not
He
quite
has
the
the ability
same.
to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in
Yeah.
at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Oh yeah. Right. That's nuts.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
My new strong safety.
Missed.
It will not go down.
And he didn't go down, but he also lost 20 yards.
Here, but no matter, they've got the football back. That's an experienced DB picking off.
Why didn't you just let him tackle you the first time?
Those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer.
Man.
I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And touchdown.
That's just good blocking.
Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that.
I could have ran that in with Tom Brady.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been
Would've
quick
been tougher, but
strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Oh. Welcome back. Oh.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. All right, now look at 56. The Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, okay. I was expecting to play action.
42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Over the middle,
He held on to that? Damn.
Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Man.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With
Nice run by Taylor Swift.
And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Oh, yeah.
And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got
running backs get hurt. I'm scared shitless about Saquon Barkley getting hurt after traded Breida.
How are we going to slow down this running game because on that particular play?
I mean, granted, I still have Henry, but he's not the same.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And nice work.
He did not want to go down.
They'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Let's see.
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Look at the spin. Ballots. Successful
go the other way.
start to the
Damn.
drive. 17 yards. It moves the sticks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit
Oh, that's
that
right. You probably don't have voice share on
you.
it. That's
Makes
kind of you.
sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game
all
the
right.
week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, nice
it's
pass.
intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And he'll get this up to the
I thought he was going to the house.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears
That was the play I didn't want you to run on that play I called. Shit.
A good pickup there, 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass
No,
or the
makes
field
sense.
turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
All right, let's see.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the
Go.
toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Shit. Take it.
They
Ah!
can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd
Ah,
of
well
the
done.
game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was
Ah, I
nothing
hate that.
available there for him.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll slip his way up.
And
across the
play
30
does
to the
not go to
32.
Saquon Barkley. And he gets hurt. Ah, it's such a pain in the balls. No. I mean, he's in the play, but he wasn't really active in the play. I mean, he wasn't available for an option, but he didn't touch the ball. And he was on the other side of the field of the ball. It's like, what the heck?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up
Abdominal
4th
tail. That sucks.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the
Weren't we
enthusiasm
just
for
talking about that too?
stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points.
Sorry, Relictron will just go high, high,
Can
high.
they come back now, start over
And then
again,
not win a game
and
for 5
grind it
weeks.
out?
Detroit! Detroit!
You know how that goes.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Shark.
Oh, shit.
Fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown! DJ Chark, 76 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
Yeah, Shark.
And this will not
Monster.
be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down.
He gets hit by a Mack
Make
truck,
5,
still
6,
holds
7
on the ball.
yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Yeah, right
And
into the
he'll push his
defensive
way up to
tackle.
about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hurry up, here we go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, come on. My bad. That is my fuck up.
Picked up by
I should not. I should have read that better.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, it's paying off.
Interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Oh, man.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking
33% of my game plan just got taken out for the next 10 weeks, but
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And out across midfield down to the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, shit.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll go as a loss
That
of 5.
didn't go so
And it'll
well
make
for
this a
me.
2nd and long. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the
I didn't do
48-yard
a whole lot
line.
of good.
They'll get a couple yards on
2-minute
that one.
warning.
And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They're going to look to throw.
Wow.
He'll be wrapped up around the waist.
Nice
and
pass
pushed
rush.
down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it
shit.
away.
Oh!
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah,
A
I
gain
thought
of
so
3,
too.
2nd down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half,
Yeah.
you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him...
And he's going to be wrapped up and
Stunner!
down.
Stop!
You've seen
Stunner!
plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He'll return it from the 6. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Ooh, got lucky.
Almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's probably a good drop.
It's incomplete. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit
Right.
anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to go deep for Funch. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Devin Funches as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're
Negative, I
saying
believe.
is, if they take the
you
ball
get the
down
ball,
to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
3 down, 3 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Here comes Nelson. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if
lost
they do
to get
just
the
that.
backfield.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
A lot of what ifs from potential picks this game.
But it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
34 yards on the return. But for a moment,
First Canada,
like he had a
longer.
shot to go all the way. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen. They got
I'd rather you get sacked by the first guy.
And he goes down.
like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
56. Mike. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Dumps it complete to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
Yeah,
Let's
they
see,
probably
Nitro,
do
is
it.
that 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been.
Yeah,
in this
Diablos had a good game.
All of them
91
started with
points.
Ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because
Holy
they spent
shit.
all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line
That
here.
would have been shitty.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Nickel Roby brings him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't hold up,
Zone
knowing
like
how
that,
he.
it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A run, it's coming. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They go play action here on 1st down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this one in
Nice
for a
drive.
touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Oh, it's not like he's gonna beat me.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still,
When was the last time Relatron beat a
Let's
user?
hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position, maybe.
I mean, a user that played regularly.
Into their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
I don't remember either. Last year?
Now let's go.
Yeah, 2018 sounds about right. Sometime 2018. June 2018, sometime, yeah.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Stepping up, he'll try and run.
No, not a dive.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Oh, that's right, he beat Turner. And he beat the Mats, but Matt wasn't a regular player.
Especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision.
And Turner is no longer a regular player.
And he's applying it now.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Yikes.
Flush to his right. And now running right through him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll drop to throw.
Get the first down and don't like, get run over.
Offensively,
That's
they
the
like
plan.
their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open, so it was tuck it and
But
run
I could give him
time, and he
Turner
picks up a
because
first down.
last season Turner was regular at that time.
As they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, crap.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll run with Clement. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 58.
They'll run again with Clement. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Steve Austin with the stunner.
Coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
No, 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 no.
The other way.
Oh, you fucking idiots. Ah.
Time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Here we go. 58.
This is Clement. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Man, that's rough.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers.
Right. I mean, I was controlling him, but you think he'd know better to actually, you know, you'd be under the ball.
And this offensive line is really hunkered down and establish themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Well, I mean, that's partially my fault. I mean, it's not nothing.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now.
Like, at first, I was just trying to get him out of the way so he wouldn't get rocked as soon as he hit it. Because half the time they don't call a fair catch.
Creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football, get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That shit happens.
Into the line, facing a 3rd and 7, following the incompletion on 2nd down.
The game's not perfect.
He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that was a young punt.
Again, shit happens.
Being intercepted by a veteran DB.
It's not a perfect game.
Pre-game with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quitting here.
0.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Well, if I run 4 verticals every time, he's going to pick up on it.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up.
I mean, let's think about it. He knows how to adapt.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers.
And he did adapt, and
picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys
I threw a high pass, and his linebacker read it very well.
He's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
Yeah.
You know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major...
Yes, I know. I was just doing it. If I do it every play, though, he's going to pick up on it.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get 300. Get 300. Five down. No. Blue 58.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yeah, I audibled to different plays, and he's just not picking up. That's fine.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28.
So pretty much, if we don't score in 20 seconds, we recover an onside kick.
And here now the offense heading back.
Well, yeah, if we don't recover the onside kick, game's over. Yeah, if we score.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit. Because
no, I'm just stating.
A little bit, and you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Steps away. Oh, wide open, complete.
Yes, that was 5 verticals for it. Yeah, Tron, yes.
That one goes for 36 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Detroit! Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Okay, the ball got knocked in the stands.
There, a nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They'll look to throw here.
Wow, that was a terrible pass.
Too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his target, Fuller.
Hurry up.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Braxton Miller, his 1st touchdown on the year. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
And it all comes down to this.
And now things get a bit more
onside
interesting
kick,
here in this fourth quarter.
or
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered
and
by
right
the
at him.
hand team. Now a loose
What?
ball. The ball comes out. They had to go for it
Oh,
with no
okay.
timeouts
Never mind.
remaining,
He
though.
recovered
Now
it.
this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They
I was
tried
gonna
their
say,
best,
yeah.
did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football
Yeah, no
where
timeouts.
coaches decide maybe they get a little
Good game,
greedy.
Joe.
I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout.
See, Connor, there's a difference between that and be calling trying to score. There's a difference between taking a penalty
And they will take a knee
and, running up the score. That is the appropriate time to take a timeout. Good game, Joe.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf.
All
They were
right.
able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break
All
your
right,
serve.
YouTube, that was
way you
a-
hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel
Joe
very
was my
good about
the
that
first guy to beat me in
So for the home
2-3
team
seasons.
here, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0
And he had a hell of a
for
game.
the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on
That
the
was.
Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they taste defeat for the first
Well,
time
stupid shit
this
happened
season as
both
they drop
ways.
to 5-1.
There's
And
no
now they'll head to
there's no
bye
taking
week
away that victory
as they'll
from
be
you.
back in action in week 8. And for Charles Davis and
Yeah,
our
but there are
entire
things that
crew,
Miller
I'm
can do
Brandon
that he
Gaudin.
can't.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's how the game goes. There's no taking away that win from you. You earned it. Very good game. And I'll see you again. Because you know what's going to happen. Alright, YouTube. We'll talk to you later. Peace.